You can get any guy you want. You're so beautiful. You're much more fun than I am. I heard those words repeated from different mouths across time. I grew up to be a confident woman, always praised on my looks, and surrounded by a group of people who wanted my attention. People would call my name excitedly or wave to me across the way. I even remember instances when people I didn't know waved to me long, long ago. I'd get people who would say they recognized me or saw me around school. People who said I was just easy to talk to. It boggled me because I was just being myself, but I guess people found me interesting. I've even been described as outgoing and bold, fun-loving and ambitious. I look in the mirror. Am I really all these things? I was smart in my own ways. Some even told me I'm wise. I knew these things, and I used it to my advantage. It was easy to tell when a guy liked me, and I used those abilities. Fun dates, free food, answers on classwork, and I was a master at keeping them interested for as long as I wanted. And I could get along with almost anyone if I wanted. No one has a bad opinion of me because I just listen to theirs and accept them for it. You would think I was quite popular, but really, I was quite alone. Being this way meant I wasn't close to anyone. I didn't need to stick out my neck for anyone to get what I wanted or to make them happy. And really, people were only there to make me happier. There was only one person I actually truly cared for back then, and it was my best friend, Cassie. But because of my selfish and manipulative ways, she left me not too long after high school was over. How that happened? Well, I had another best friend at the time, where all three of us were so close, and Cassie crushed on him. And as things would turn out, even though I promised her nothing would happen, I crushed on him too. He felt the same for me, and we got together, but I broke up with him twice before she was done with me. Needless to say, I was devastated. And shortly after, me and him broke up a third and final time. Being in a relationship with this boy saved the manipulative and selfish person I was. He taught me about being selfless, about friendship, and what I thought at the time being in a relationship was all about. But as much as I tried, and I tried to make things work, I couldn't handle his insecurities that I felt ruled and controlled me. I just wanted to be free from my past and my mistakes, but I saw it going nowhere. I just felt everything was wrong and I had to get out. My family and friends all had the same opinion about his jealousy and told me I needed to leave because it was making me miserable. But he made sure to have me believe it was me who wasn't trying hard enough. It was my fault. It was my selfishness and unwillingness to be patient. He screamed at me in anger because I was choosing to give up. He called me horrible names and a liar, and the only friend he had to listen to was Cassie, who agreed with his every word. I wanted to be angry, and I wanted to scream back, but I couldn't. I broke my promises and betrayed his trust. I lied to his face just to spare more pain. It was okay if he wanted to yell at me and tear me down. I would just get on the ground and hold his feet because I loved him and didn't want him to be unhappy. With over a year of having him in my life, I shoved it out because I couldn't keep feeling and causing pain between us. Years after that, I continually wondered if I'd made another mistake. I continually doubted my own heart. Any remnant of that confident and outgoing girl was destroyed. I didn't know what was right or wrong anymore. I just knew that it hurt. I just knew that this relationship caused me and him more pain than happiness. And I didn't want to risk my own happiness anymore. And with that came his accusations of me never loving him in the first place. Manipulative claims to hurt me again, but this time, I didn't back down. I didn't submit. I knew, in some weird part of my soul, it needed to be done. It was the most scarring and painful process in my life to date. I had lost the two people I loved and treasured most in my life, and I fought till the end for them. But now, as I am a little bit older, I know that these people came and went for a reason. I was transforming into someone else. I was broken to be reborn again. And I was reborn as a more thankful person. I was reborn as someone who wouldn't take my future, now current, partner for granted. Someone who wasn't self-centered. Someone who didn't have to lie for protection. Someone whose inner golden heart is now able to bloom for others. And I can completely appreciate the kindness I receive. I know now that the person you should be with should never hold you back from being who you are. They should always make you a better person. The people who are meant to be in my life will be in my life. I broke loose from the chains of the past and got to make new friends, even if few, who see me for who I am and not for what I had done or who I used to be. I still have a lot of recovering to do. I had to get past PTSD, depression, and still, to this day, panic attacks. My confidence is still shaking. But even with the constant flood of sad memories and lost hope, I still am glad I'm not where I used to be. I've grown a lot. As I have written this, I still feel weak. I still struggle to keep a firm grasp on hope and happiness. But what else can you do but keep breathing, to keep stepping forward? Because if you don't, you truly get rid of any chance that you will come out of that bad situation. You get rid of any possibility of finding what makes your life worth living. Even after losing the two people I loved and cared for most in the world, even after being without a friend to talk to for months after an emotional tragedy, I kept going. And almost 2 years later, I found true, patient, selfless, forgiving love. I guess if you should take anything from this, it's to keep going, even when it hurts, even when you want to give up, even when you feel like you've lost everything. It can be made into a new foundation for a more beautiful life.